Vegas is exciting, but true security is knowing you have the keys to your future. Let's find your suburban oasis today.
Taking control of your finances starts here. Counting every dollar is the first step toward a brighter future. And just like that, the paperwork begins to multiply. It might seem confusing, but rest assured, this is a normal part of the mortgage process.
Left, right, or straight ahead? Where exactly are we supposed to go?
Who knows? Either way works.
This document proves you qualify for the $300,000 relief fund starting today. It doesn't have to be this way, farmer. This agreement protects you from the unpredictability of the market. All you need to do is sign. 8 million jobs vanished overnight. Now, the housing market crumbles, threatening to take the entire global economy with it. While the crowd struggles with empty hands on this side, these bankers are sitting comfortably on giant stacks of gold coins, completely thrilled with their returns. Don't let the surface fool you. If you apply some thought and look closely at the core, you'll find it's far more complex than it seems. The clock spins forward, yet the equation holds true. Time resets to 12, but the decay continues. These abstract shapes represent the confusing data we often encounter, leaving many scratching their heads.
He seemed so sure of himself, tapping his head as if he controlled the very structure of the market. But I wasn't convinced.
Which brings me to my second point, the sheer volume of these assets. Point 3, the logistical challenge of moving it all. And 4, the tax implications. It's a story we hear too often. Rent goes up, the raise falls through, and job stability disappears overnight.
This machine represents how we turn your property into profit. The house goes in here, the gears activate, and out comes the cash.
Stop dreaming and start doing. Your new home is within reach with our $200,000 loan package.
First, you need to secure the property. As you can see on the calendar, you have exactly 30 days to finalize the details.
While he dreams, his money is working hard just down the street. Don't tell him, it's our little secret.
And that's when they realized, why are we looking at one mortgage when we should be looking at all of them?
Take a look at this basket. Here we have these beautiful, fresh red apples, but right next to them, we have these black, moldy, rotten bananas.
The banker facilitates the transfer of the package to our investors from Norway and Japan, as well as the representative for the grandmother segment.
What do a referee's shirt and a U.S. government bond have in common? They both carry the highest possible rating, AAA.
And just like that, the deal was done. Cash exchanged for the stamp of approval, all perfectly legal on paper. The banker slides a paper requesting AAA wanted. The rating agency, with little hesitation, applies the rubber stamp of approval.
These transcripts clearly show a pattern of predatory lending practices authorized by your office.
We operate within the law. I don't see the relevance of this document.
The loan processing unit requires constant input to meet the market's insatiable demand for more. What happens when this professional role is suddenly crossed out? All too often, it leaves nothing but an empty sidewalk where a career used to be. They offered him a deal with zero down, ignoring his empty pockets and lack of income. It was an impossible situation. Without a steady income, a secure job, or significant assets, this mortgage isn't just a paper agreement, it's a liability. The clock is ticking towards December 31st, 2025. As the deadline approaches, the housing market is showing signs of cracking, and the big banks are ready to capitalize. The narrator figure pointing up at two banker figures standing safely on a high platform, tossing a fruit basket of rotten bananas down to investors below. The banker sells the loan, then bundles it with others. He sells the bundle for more money, and then bets against it, winning a fortune.
The narrator figure dipping their own 3 fingers into the same pile of coins, 3 separate times, then showing the coins to the viewer.
As you can see, the returns are incredible. This graph is shooting straight up, and the profits are flowing directly into the banks.
As you can see, we won't be needing Plan B. The results speak for themselves. Is you.
As you can see, the housing market is in free fall. This contagion is spreading rapidly to the banking sector, threatening a systemic collapse.
My message is one of grave importance. Cease this infantile behavior at once. The future I foresee is no laughing matter. The analyst assured me the models were stable, but the data and the mortgages told a very different story.
As you can see on this loan agreement, the interest rate jumped from 2% to 8% in only 2 years.
The balance is only $1,200, yet the total due is suddenly $2,500. It's enough to make anyone feel overwhelmed.
Every journey begins with a single step, and as you can see, those steps leave a lasting impression. With the payment now weeks overdue, the bank had no choice. He sadly handed over the only collateral left, the key to his home.
Welcome to Evergreen Lane, where every house is the best house on the block.
Buy mine, it's perfect. No, look at this one right here. This house was originally $300,000, but look at this, the price drops to $250,000 and now only $200,000. The loan agreement clearly shows a $300,000 loan amount, but the house value is only $200,000. And as you can see, it's completely underwater.
We started with $300,000, but after expenses of $200,000, we're left with this situation.
September 15, 2008 marked the day Lehman Brothers essentially ceased to exist, as its stock valuation plummeted from $80 to just pennies a share.
It began with a single point of failure, AIG. The subsequent cascade necessitated an $85 billion bailout to prevent total collapse.
As you can see, your tax dollars are hard at work funding Project Chaos Alpha. And the best part? There's nothing you can do about it.
The narrator figure stepping back as a giant pile of $700 billion in stacked coins is handed from a crowd of generic citizen figures to a group of smiling banker figures who built the machine.
You think this open door means I'm free? It doesn't. We're all trapped in this system. These suits, this cell, it's all the same cage.
While she stands where 5 houses used to be, he is back on the sidewalk with nothing but a cardboard box.
This man thought he was king of the world, sitting on $500 million just days before Black Tuesday. As you can see, the feature gear has a minor crack, but it's still turning perfectly.
They know you took the cookies from the cookie jar.
What? How? As the law was being signed by one hand, the other hand immediately carved a tiny loophole, shaped like a door, directly into the document.
The market today completely dwarfs 2007. That's why we've put this shiny new low-interest label right over the old mortgages. This is how it works. The banks pay the agencies, and they ensure these mortgage bundles keep getting that high rating.
When your house value goes up, that equals freedom. But we must apply this equation to eliminate student loans, car loans, and especially this credit card burden.
This unresolved issue weighed heavily on the market, yet those responsible refused to listen.
This demonstrates what happens when the foundation fails. The slightest bend in this crucial card causes a chain reaction, leading to total collapse.
Time halted the moment I pressed the icon. And in the silence, a thought emerged.
You might be asking why I'm holding this. Well, apparently, it's exactly what he's looking for.